Everyone in the ballroom froze the moment their lips touched. Cameras flashed. Glasses slipped from stunned hands. And the woman, one of the richest CEOs in the country, stared up at the rugged stranger who had just kissed her as if he knew her soul. She didn't know yet that the man who saved her life in front of everyone was not just a single dad struggling to survive, but a decorated veteran with a past the government had buried. A past that had just returned. The night had begun like any flawless charity gala. Gold chandeliers glowed above polished marble floors, and the air shimmered with soft laughter, perfume, and wealth. Millionaire philanthropist Elena Sterling, known for her brilliance and icy composure, moved through the crowd like a queen carved from light. People whispered about her, powerful, unreachable, fearless. But no one knew how alone she really was. Outside the entrance, Daniel Cross, a single father wearing a borrowed suit 2 sizes too big, stood with his hands clenched. He wasn't supposed to be here. A friend had slipped him an entry badge. "You saved my life once, brother. Take it." Daniel didn't like crowds, didn't like attention, and definitely didn't belong at a millionaire gala. He had come only because he needed a miracle. His little girl, Mia, needed surgery he couldn't afford. He'd tried everything, sold everything, begged everywhere. Nothing was left except the faint hope that someone, somewhere inside this glittering hall, might help him. But Daniel also had another reason for being uneasy. The minute he stepped inside, he felt something he hadn't felt in years: danger. Like old instincts waking up from a deep sleep. Inside, he drifted through the room, unnoticed, until his eyes landed on Elena. Everyone else admired her wealth. He noticed the exhaustion she hid behind her perfect smile. He recognized it, because he carried the same weight. As Elena walked to the stage to give her speech, Daniel saw what no one else saw: a man in the back of the hall slipping something metallic from his sleeve, then a laser dot gliding across the podium. Before thought, before fear, Daniel moved. He crossed the room like lightning, grabbed Elena by the waist, and spun her toward him. The sniper's shot cracked through the hall. And Daniel pressed his lips to hers, pulling her fully behind him as the bullet sliced through the space where her head had been. Gasps erupted. The room shattered into chaos. Security swarmed, people screamed, and Elena stared at him with wide, trembling eyes. Who are you?" she breathed. Daniel swallowed hard. "Just a dad trying to keep his daughter alive." But that wasn't true, and Elena saw it in his eyes. Hours later, after police locked down the building, investigators interviewed guests, and the sniper escaped into the night, Elena found Daniel outside the hall sitting alone on the stone steps. "I know what you did wasn't luck," she said quietly. "Men who move like you, men who sense danger like that, they're trained." Daniel said nothing. "Help me understand," she whispered. "Why would a stranger risk everything for me?" "Because," Daniel murmured, "I've already lost too much." The weight in his voice pulled her closer. She sat beside him, unaware that security cameras were watching, recording a moment that would go viral within hours. The world would soon know his name. But not yet. Not before Elena Sterling made the most dangerous decision of her life. The next morning, Daniel woke to pounding on his small apartment door. He opened it expecting another medical bill collector. Instead, Elena Sterling herself stood there, rain in her hair, determination in her eyes, and 2 bodyguards at her back. "How did you find me?" he asked. "You saved my life," she replied. "The least I can do is find out who did it." Inside, she saw the cracked walls, the empty fridge, and little Mia sleeping curled on a mattress covered with cartoon blankets. Elena knelt beside the child. "She's beautiful," she whispered. "She's my whole world," Daniel said. Elena stood, looking at him with new understanding. "You're not just a struggling father. You're someone who's been trained to disappear, but you didn't disappear last night." "Why?" Daniel exhaled sharply. "Because the man aiming that gun wasn't after you. He was after me." Elena froze. "Explain." Daniel hesitated, but the truth clawed its way out. "I wasn't just a soldier. I was part of a covert rescue unit. We saved people the world forgot. But one mission went wrong. My team died. And a man named Vargas, he blamed me. He swore he'd come for everything I loved. Elena understood the weight of revenge more than she let on. Her own empire had been built after losing her parents to corporate sabotage. She knew grief. She knew rage. But she also knew strength. You're not alone anymore, she said firmly. If he's coming for you, he's coming for me too now. Daniel's jaw tightened. That's why you need to stay away. No, she said. That's why you need help. Over the next days, they worked together, Elena providing resources, security, and legal support, Daniel offering intelligence, strategy, and skills she never knew she needed. They questioned suspects, followed dead-end leads, and slowly uncovered a conspiracy bigger than Vargas himself. Someone wanted them both gone. Someone afraid of what they could achieve together. As danger closed in, Elena bonded deeply with Mia, reading to her, helping with homework, cooking meals. For the first time in years, Daniel saw his daughter laugh. For the first time in years, he let someone in. One night, after a violent encounter with Vargas's men left Daniel bruised and exhausted, Elena drove him and Mia to her lakeside estate for safety. When Mia fell asleep, Daniel stepped outside to clear his head. Elena followed, wrapped in a blanket. You've been fighting alone for too long, Elena said. Daniel shook his head. People get hurt when they're close to me. Elena stepped into his space, gently lifting his chin so he would look at her. And people die when no one fights at all. Their breath mingled in the cold air. The tension between them, built slowly and painfully, finally broke. But before their lips could touch again, a familiar red laser dot appeared on Daniel's chest. Get down! Elena screamed. Vargas emerged from the shadows, gun raised, hatred in his eyes. You should have stayed hidden, soldier. Daniel shielded Elena with his body. This ends with me. Leave her out of it. But Elena stepped beside him. No. It ends with us. Together they fought, Daniel disarming Vargas with military precision, while Elena used a fallen branch to knock the gun away. When Vargas lunged again, Daniel ended it with a single, decisive move. Breathing hard, Elena looked at him. You still think I should stay away? Daniel's silence was answer enough. Days later, with Vargas arrested and Mia's surgery fully paid for by Elena, Daniel was finally able to breathe again. He stood outside the hospital as Mia slept inside, recovering beautifully. Elena approached quietly. She's going to be okay. She is, Daniel whispered, tears slipping down his face. And what about you? She asked softly. Daniel looked at her, the woman he had saved, who had saved him right back. For the first time. I think I might be okay too. Elena took his hand. Then let's start over. No danger this time. No secrets. Just a woman and a man who deserve a second chance. Daniel nodded. Deal. As they walked toward Mia's room together, Daniel realized the moment he kissed Elena to save her life had changed everything. Not because it exposed his identity, but because it revealed his future.